I'm back out on the 30 acres, the habitat management parcel, and I'm just going to get you updated on everything that we've been doing. So it's been mostly a few weeks of tilling and planting stuff. I tilled up this field today. I think this is going to be the last food plot I'm going to till. We're going to just experiment with these 3 or 4 that we have so far. We're just going to experiment with some different kinds of seeds. We got brassicas, we've got clover, and we've got some chicory. And in this field that I just tilled up today, going to plant some Illinois bundle flower, and we're probably going to put a little bit of that in some of the other plots as well. But mostly what's been going on is we're just doing a little bit of clearing and preparing things for spring green up. It's the last day of February today, and everything is already starting to bloom up. We've got elm trees blooming, and a lot of the greenery is starting to really come in thick. It seems early, I know, but you know, in Texas, it starts to do that pretty early on in the year. We're going to go ahead and get these feeders moved in. I'm going to do that next. I tilled up this field today. I think this is going to be the last food plot I'm going to till. We're going to just experiment with these 3 or 4 that we have so far and see how well they perform, and just make adjustments as we go. But from here on out, it's just going to be maintenance and hanging stands and getting things ready from a more strategic standpoint. Our plan is to start getting things set up for more of a hunting strategy, or geared more towards hunting. We want to get all the feeders and attractions close towards the core of the property. We've got 2 of them out on the outer edges that we set them out there to kind of just draw deer out from the outskirts in a little bit, just to see if they were even in the area. But now we've confirmed that there are deer out here, we want to bring them closer to the middle of the property. We're hoping that in the springtime, when does start to migrate out to give birth to their fawns, that we can catch a few and get them to bed more in the core of the property. That way they're not running the danger of being shot at or spooked off by neighbors by roaming into their property. One thing that I wanted to note, if you're trying to plant in a more arid area like this, the elevation means everything. The way that I've tilled this, and I'm just basing this off of what I'm observing in the vegetation, but you can see that the terrain slopes down pretty dramatically here. It drops about 10 feet from that little knoll, and then another 10 foot, so total 20 foot just on this one hillside. And you may notice that the vegetation becomes very sparse the further uphill you go. And that's just because there's not enough moisture content in that soil to support a whole lot of vegetative life. So tilling and trying to plant on lower terrain just so that it'll hold a lot more moisture, I think is going to be key to this. We'll see how it goes, but my theory is that that's going to be far more productive than trying to plant something up high on these hills. Another reason to centrally locate the feeders and all the attractions to the center of the property is so that we can utilize the property, you know, at the front of it more for recreational use. You know, people coming out to go walking or shooting guns, whatever anybody wants to do out here, without really disturbing the deer too badly to push them off the property entirely. There's about 10 acres in the far back that is true sanctuary. Nobody really ever goes back there. There's no reason to go back there, and deer could bed down back there and stay in peace and quiet almost 100% of the time. The only reason anything ever goes back there is whenever me and Bill are going back there for habitat management stuff, and otherwise it's a perfect sanctuary. So keeping things more towards the center, if we want to come out and use the land for things other than hunting, the deer have a place to go still on the property to have sanctuary. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. This is just the beginning. We got many more episodes coming up. There's going to be a lot of stuff over the spring and summer, just maintenance and updates on what has happened and what things have worked and what things have not worked on this property. So yeah, subscribe to this, stay tuned. We're going to be coming out with some turkey hunting videos as well here whenever the season opens up. So thanks for watching.